I know that our ESOL teachers, it's full immersion into English. They don't speak to them in Spanish. You know, sometimes the kids that understand a little bit more will translate a little bit, but it is full immersion here. Plus, the Allentown School District just opened a new school. If you just show up from a different country, that's the school you go to, and they help you get acclimated to what we do here. Disciplinary issues, it's just a lot of talking. A lot of times it doesn't go much farther than that. Oh gosh, everything. Everything academically is a challenge for a lot of our kids. A majority of the students here don't have supporting families at home, at least not supporting in the way I'm sure a lot of us had supporting families, like a mom who will sit with you and check out your homework or whatever. A lot of our parents work 2 jobs. Some of them are single families, some of them, you know, this kid is the step kid or they're living with an aunt or uncle. So I think the home support is a big lack in the academic area. As a school, we do have a grant that is to bring parents into our school and get them more involved. And the same parents are always here, you know, are always involved. It's very difficult if you want to change a child's program or you want to get the parent in for discipline reasons or just to meet about grades or whatever. A lot of times it's very difficult to get a hold of them. When you do, they talk a good game, but they don't always follow through. In an ideal world, this is like the fast twitch generation. It would be great to get them more technologically involved, you know, blogging and in forums and opening their own websites and having them do PowerPoints and fun movies and photo stories and all that kind of really fun stuff. However, there's only so much time here in the classroom and they don't have those things at home. They don't have a computer that works. They don't have internet that is reliable, you know, so we can't expect them to go home and create this PowerPoint. It's not going to happen for them. Yes, we can say we have these high expectations, but it's limited. Well, I wanted to be a waitress, and I really did. I wanted to be a waitress for like my whole life, and my mom was like, "Oh no, you're not." So she applied to a whole bunch of schools that didn't require an essay, and DeSales was one of them. And then she said, "Oh my God, let's go to the mall, blah, blah, blah." So we went down to the mall, and secretly it was to DeSales. And then she like took me on campus, and you know, she was like, this is your choice. This is the school that you can get the most money to. This is what you need to make a decision about. And I was like, well, I love reading, so fine, I'll do English. And so then that's how I ended up with that. Getting to work on time was really hard. I know that seems silly, but it was just like, oh wait, I have to do this. Oh wait, I have to do that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to be there. And parking, finding a parking spot and getting to work on time was a big transition. As far as students go, I had a really rough second period class my first year teaching, and we called them the Cell Block 6 class. It wasn't a very large class, but I would only work with the students that wanted to work. So what I would do is I would sit down and I would say, okay, whoever wants to learn today, come on up here. And they'd bring their desks up. And eventually it became just like that. Okay, whoever wants to work, bring their desks up. And then it was everyone. Because they didn't want to be left out. We are technically heterogeneously grouped. So in my 3 special ed classes, I have usually about 14 kids with an IEP, and then maybe like 10 or 12 that don't have an IEP, that are just regular kids. In 2 of those classes I have an aide, but they're not teachers, and they don't really even know who the kids they're supposed to be helping are. And then in my 1 class I don't have anybody with me at all. So it's hard. They claim to have given us all this special ed training. I didn't get any special ed training, and I've been here for 9 years. And I have no idea how to deal with autistic kids as far as like what spectrum or whatever. I don't know. And so if I worry about my one student. If he has a meltdown, I don't know what am I supposed to do with him? Okay, have fun, meltdown. Like, I don't know. We are corrective action 2. This is the 5th year in corrective action 2. So everybody under the sun is going to be in this room, from distinguished educators to the superintendent, who has already visited this year, to the principal doing walkthroughs all the time. I'm sorry, there was supposed to be a big shift, because there wasn't. Our scores went down. Our kids are second language learners, and a lot of that just doesn't come naturally to them, because they're not even fluent or literate in their own first language. And then to be fluent and literate in a second language and remember where a semicolon goes, it's going to be hard. So that's why we are rewriting the curriculum to go with the Keystone Standards, to be ready in 2014. Wow. I guess I really wouldn't want to be a waitress. Now that I think about it, they don't make a lot of money or anything. Not that teachers do, because they don't. No, I think this is right where I'm supposed to be.